Welcome to TheBradTaylor, where we have a purpose and passion for business. As we continue to talk about working with your spouse, I'm here with my wife, Kathy, my business partner. We kind of want to recap a little bit first on what we talked about a couple weeks ago. We've worked together for over 25 years. Marrying an entrepreneur was probably a challenging adjustment when your profession prior was a pediatric nurse, and the ups and downs of income, not consistent early on, right?
Right.
And balancing our life in working together, being home together, all those different aspects of our life, right?
Yep. Working, raising kids.
So I think today what I'd like to kind of chat about a little bit is how we stayed organized, first of all. What do you think, like over the years, we've obviously transitioned from the Franklin planners to technology. And, over the last 25 years, there's been a tremendous amount of technology changes. I remember when we first started, the company that we were representing told us we had to have an answering machine and a
fax machine.
A fax machine and a pager. We got a pager.
Ryan had a pager.
Yeah, our one
oldest son.
And then I had a bag phone.
I had a bag phone too.
Did you?
I think I had a bag phone when I met you.
Except it was so expensive to use. I carried quarters around so that I could make phone calls. But, over the last probably 5 years, we've really transitioned into technology.
I led the way. You followed.
You did. I was stubborn.
But look at you now.
Yeah, so I use a tablet, and I keep all of my, my appointments, my schedules, everything in my tablet. That's my calendar, which I sync to my phone and my desktop. Talking about technology, this has been my office. BlackBerry, remember the BlackBerries?
The dinosaur.
We used to use BlackBerries, and I was so excited when they finally came. There was color screen.
Right, but before the BlackBerry, we used the
flip phone.
No, there was something in between the flip phone. The PDA, the
oh yes,
3C, something.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a phone. It was
right.
a separate.
And then
device.
One day you called. I was out of town, and you were so excited because you were struggling on either getting the new BlackBerry or
I had the new box with the phone on my lap, sitting on the couch.
And iPhone was just coming out, and you were really struggling on, do I transition to an iPhone?
Right. But I ordered the brand new BlackBerry, which was very nice.
But you sent it back.
And I was sitting on the couch, and I opened it up, and I'm like, I can't believe I'm not going to have a touch screen. The iPhones were already out, so.
They had just come out.
I called you up because you were gone, because we were going to have to change phone carriers because only one carrier had the iPhone back then.
Right.
That's how long ago it was.
Right.
So we had to pay a cancellation fee, and we switched over to the iPhones.
And we really never looked back.
Until we switched to Samsung.
Yeah.
So. But yeah.
But now, I mean.
But the BlackBerries were awesome. They were really good. Not that I could see it today. I wouldn't be able to see the screen.
Remember when Sprint had the two-way walkie-talkies?
Yeah.
We could walkie-talkie our people. Okay, so one of the things that you and I have always done is we get together once a week and we kind of collaborate and go over our schedules, both for personal use and for business. And I've always felt that's extremely important because it allows us to forecast what we got to do. What do you think? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, we just did that yesterday.
I
mean, if we don't do that, even though we share a lot of stuff on our calendar and it's there's still something about sitting down and going over the next week or 2 weeks, what's coming up in the future, what the kids have going on, when we're traveling, when you're gone, when I'm gone.
When we're going to see the grandkids and my kids in Florida and all that stuff, our kids in Florida. So how important is planning and forecasting, do you think? I mean, we spend a lot of time doing that, like a tremendous amount of time. Like we have a huge meeting coming up in October, and we're constantly...
Well, that's a daily planning session now. It seems like we have,
It
but that's
is.
because it's right coming up in
We have speakers
less
and
than
all
2
that stuff.
months.
Right, right.
Well, I think as far as running the business over the years, the planning has been really important because we've juggled a lot of things. And the planning has allowed us to run very efficiently and get it all done. I mean, otherwise, I don't know how we would get it done. People have said to me over the years, I don't know how you do what you do because you have all these kids and you have this business, very busy with a magazine.
Right.
But it was because we were organized. If we weren't organized, we never would have had the success.
Monday and Tuesday, I had someone fly in, and I spent 2 days mentoring and coaching them. And part of one of the days was strictly on this. And I'm big, as you know, in visual planning. So one of the things I suggested that this one person that I'm working with get is like a 6 foot by 4 foot wipe-off board where he could plot out his activities every 2 months. And it's really helped him. And we used to do that because it allows you to see more than what's in your tablet or your phone or your planner or whatever
Well,
you
it's
use.
the big picture. And everybody
is.
in the office sees it. When you have a team, everybody sees that super important stuff that
Right.
that applies to
And it
their
motivates you. It
business.
keeps you motivated because you're seeing goals you put down or seeing things that you need to accomplish and execute versus having it on a spreadsheet, a CRM, whatever you're using. And we have adapted to all technology. It's amazing. You remember when we used to use ACT years ago?
Yeah.
And then we switched to all
And
the
MS-DOS in the
Oh
very
my
beginning.
gosh, yeah.
That was funny.
But over the years we've adapted to technology, and we've switched to a variety of CRMs over the years. And a CRM is huge if you're in the sales arena, or you're running a business where you're sending out email campaigns, things like that. So that's I just wanted to kind of recap because a lot of people wonder, how do you stay organized? And, I remember one day we went to a seminar and someone talked to us about you should sit down every Sunday and plan out your week.
And separate meetings with the kids to go over their weeks because sometimes
Right.
they have things on their agenda we're not even aware of.
Right.
So sitting down with them over the years was very helpful too.
Well, it allows you also to know when school events are happening, stuff non-related to work.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. As I'm reviewing the manuscript, I kind of started to read chapter 3, and chapter 3 is risking it all to succeed. And we're gonna close with this. And I'll never forget when we were living in Florida. We met your parents at a restaurant, and we sat them down and we told them what we were going to do. And this is in the early 90s. And we met them, and we were so excited about what we were going to do. And when we shared this with your mother and father, your dad was just livid, and he said words that you just can't say in a restaurant. And you and I got up, and we walked out of the restaurant slowly, and we sat in our car, and we said, what the heck just happened?
Yeah, they did not share our excitement
And
at all.
And they told us we were going to fail, and what we were going to do.
Back in 6 months.
We'll be back in 6 months because we weren't going to succeed.
But Grandma gave us a year, so
Yeah,
she had a
your
little
grandma,
more
you're
faith.
right.
She figured it
Other
might
people
take a
told us
year.
we were going to fail, and it was hard because, we had family, I had kids in Florida still, and it was really tough to leave. But we had an opportunity, and we had to pursue our dreams. And the one thing that your mom said, as I interviewed her for my book, Intentional Success, The Power of Entrepreneurship, she said, I was mortified by what had happened. I'll never forget that. But we proved them all wrong. And part of that motivation to succeed was proving to everybody that we could do it. Okay, we don't want to take any more time right now. This is Brad.
I'm Kathy.
And thank you so much for listening and watching this. And we look forward to continue to share our journey as we talk about moving on, some of the struggles and challenges we had as we started our business, and more importantly, the lessons we learned that we don't want other entrepreneurs and business owners to make moving forward. Thank you so much.